Marti, not the result you wanted in the first game after the international break.
No, obviously it's disappointing. It's disappointing because today I think it was a game that we could imagine that it could be a good football game because Vålerenga is a team that tried to play, I think, that quite offensively, even though perhaps we are surprised about the performance in the first half, especially staying that low and that defensive minded. But I think that when we thought about the game, it could be a good football game. At the end, perhaps we didn't get what we wanted, especially in terms of result. I think that we compete at quite good level for 65-70 minutes. Perhaps the last minutes of the game I'm not that happy. But we play against a team that has a lot of quality, that at the top they have players that can make the difference. And I think that a lot of situations in the game were decided by individual level, capacity to dribble on 1v1, capacity to beat even two players. And when you have that, obviously it's more difficult to control. But I think that the guys tried their best. Again, a game that perhaps was all the details, all these small situations a little bit against us, and that perhaps emotionally was tough to manage, but it's something that we need to learn from and try to improve for the next games.
How do you feel about that second goal? Was that extra irritating? Coach's perspective?
Yeah, I think that all the goals that you concede obviously are disappointing, but especially the moment of the game it happened, especially the way it happened. I don't know. I will not go back to so many situations during the game, but that's how it is. You cannot wait and watch. We should learn that from Vålerenga last week or 2 weeks ago, and that was the case. I think that the situation in the second goal, it's coming by I would say, honestly, a free kick on Rufo, like when he's taking him in a duel. I think that probably some players were expecting the ref to whistle, but that's the reality in football. And actually, we train a lot that in the trainings, that when I'm whistling, I'm not whistling on purpose because we know what we can face on the games. So again, a situation that perhaps was very even. I don't know if it was offside or not. At the end, doesn't matter. We need to be better. We cannot concede those goals, and we need to improve. That's the target. But I'm the first one that I must improve, of course.
Someone was behind Breeze there, so no offside.
There we go. So that's why I say that I don't know if it's penalty or not offside. The players were asking. My meaning is that we need to keep competing. We cannot just stop and think that someone will whistle, because that's not the reality.
Now we start the next game. Very important game, table-wise. How are we going to approach that?
It's important, of course. It's an opponent that is now, I think, 4 points behind us. So it's going to be an important game. It's a team with quality at the top. It's a team that is competing well, and we know it's going to be a tough game. But as well, we are a tough team to play against. The guys are doing very well. And then again, we need to keep the confidence. That's why we lost now against two teams that are at the top of the table in a row. But in 2 games, I would say that perhaps the result today is tough. The feeling on the last 15 minutes is different. But still, I think that we compete quite even with both teams. So now we have a new challenge next week. We need to prepare for that, and we know that it's an important game. But at the same time, I think that if we, at the beginning of the season, we were thinking about going to Kristiansand with 4 points advantage against the start, being out of the relegation zone, being with the feeling that the guys are improving week by week, training good, I think that we could be quite satisfied with this picture. So we need to take on that positivity and go with confidence, because I'm sure that the start, they know that it's not going to be easy to beat us.
We believe in you. Good luck.
Tusen takk. Takk.